Hey, Shalom, again, Mr. Brother. I'm one from the Good News Song campaign in Philadelphia, giving our praises and doing to Yahweh, Bashim Yashab, Bashim God, Dash, the balance to the apostles of Good News on the honors and citations, so hopefully let out there. So this video will be entitled, let me see, let me get it right. For when they shall say peace and safety. Okay, so when they shall say peace and safety, so this is based upon what happened yesterday on the 14th, where Joe Biden claimed that it is time for America's troops to come home from Afghanistan, which he says the deadline is September 11th. Okay, which a lot can happen in that time. Also what also happened, we had another article which came out yesterday. It says China, other countries now top U.S. Intel's global threat list, not terrorist groups. Which if you go into the history, the U.S. created those so-called terrorists or that network, for their own political regime or a political tool, to dismantle or go along with an agenda, which agenda is according to the Bible, not them. The reason why they're in that land over there is pursuing a prophecy, about the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which they're gonna stay over there. There's no reason coming back, So again, that's why I named it peace and safety, because you think the troops coming back home, there's no other threat. There's they're going to stop the so-called war on terror. But we have an article here that China, which the old those war drones been beaten, with China and Russia, um, um, Elam, Persia or Iran. Okay, a lot of talks been, a lot of talks and a lot of things been happening. Okay, we come into a time where there's no more talking. Okay, there's not going to be any more talking. There's going to be straight out missiles flying every which way. We are in a time of war. We've been in that time of war. We are not in a time of peace. Okay, and that's why I named it for when they shall say peace and safety. This is Joe Biden. It is time for America's troops to come home. You know, which they already admit that they lost. I don't think America even has won a war yet. So they couldn't submit those Afghanis. Again, which is something that Esau created his damn self. Okay, you got something called proxy wars. Esau, he has an agenda in that land, and it's really the Most High's agenda, because it's again the value of Yahweh Shaphat. I'm gonna get that. The third chapter. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," which is the times that we're living in, "I will also gather all nations." Okay, all nations. Okay, and it's funny here. It says China and other countries, because those are the countries that's going to come against America, which we're seeing now. You know, like the Lord said Himself, man, wars and rumors of wars. Okay, so we in that time period. Okay, then it says here the nations will be judged. Okay, like come on now. "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yehoshaphat," which is over there in the Middle East. Okay, "and will plead with them there for my people." So all nations, even Israelites, because they're going to be in the other nations' armies. Okay, "and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land." Okay, so this is all according to the Most High's judgment. Okay, and that's why Esau is over there. It's pursuing a prophecy. Esau is not over there for his own interests, even though it may seem like that. Is he's over there for a prophetic purpose? Much more prophetic purpose than a political purpose. You know, And again, it's all according to the Holy Bible, man. Okay, Rome is not, no, Babylon the Great is not Rome. Neither is it the Middle East, man. Babylon the Great is America. Just to throw that out there. Okay, and the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, or the Valley of Decision, okay, is over there in the Middle East. It's just as simple as that. So I'm gonna just read a little bit of this. It says Biden says it is time for America's troops to come home from Afghanistan. It says NATO, which is the beast, allies are looking to follow the president's lead. Again, like they're not going to leave the Biden administration. If they leave, they're going right back over there. It's set to announce on Thursday a string of long-awaited measures against Russia. So, okay, so they basically focusing on these other countries. Okay, they're going to stop directing their attention to Afghanistan, but again, they're going to stay over there. But President Biden formally announced his decision to end a 20-year, largely unsuccessful American effort to remake. I mean, how they gonna remake something after they destroyed it completely? They're clearing it. They everywhere they go. That's what they do. Libya, everywhere, man. Syria, Yemen, everywhere they go, man, they destroy it, man. Declaring on Wednesday that he would withdraw the remaining few thousand United States troops in the country by September 11th. It says it is time to end the forever war. But guess what? We still in that time of war. You can't end it. Mr. Biden said. So let's get the scripture. This is Revelation 8 and 13. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, 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 World War III, to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the sound, Salakia, of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound. Okay, so we passed World War I, okay, and we passed World War II. In each time it was deadlier than the than the last war. Okay, so this one, man, billions are going to lose their lives. Okay, billions. We in that vaccination period where if you don't have a vaccine, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's going to be worldwide. Okay, it's going to be national here in America, not just in certain places like over there. I forget what island that is. That where they got the volcanic eruption, going down over there, and only people with the vaccination can get on the ships. Okay, so that's what Esau is going to dangle over the heads of the people, man. And again, it's going to be national. You know, wherever you go, if you don't have that vaccine, you're not going to be able to do anything. Then the next is going to be the chip. You know, this is man. We coming into we exciting, but also terrible biblical times, man. Okay, things are going to get much much worse. Things are actually going to get worse and actually going to get bad. Okay, we coming into the evil times which the Lord has been telling us about, man. It's going to be scary, man. The Lord's going to shake things up, man. You know, this is Isaiah 9:5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood." But this modern day war, okay, World War III, shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, so this next world's war is going to be with mysteries, man. Esau and these other nations, man, did not create this nuclear tech weapons for no reason, man. They did not create missiles for no reason, man. They're going to be shot to and fro, okay? To and fro, man. Okay, let's get this one. This is Jeremiah. Let me see what this one. I have to get to the point. I know it got something to do with sword. Now I gotta do it this way. I can definitely use this. Okay, I'm gonna just get to the point. I'll just read this. It says Jeremiah 25:12, and it says right here, Babylon, aka America, will be judged. It shall come to pass when 70 years are accomplished that I will punish the king of Babylon and the nation saith Yahweh, for their iniquity in the land of the Chaldeans, and will make it perpetual desolations. Okay, that didn't happen. Okay, so this is talking about, this is a prophecy, historical and a prophecy for America. And I will bring upon that land all my words which I have pronounced against it, even all that is written in this book, which Jeremiah have prophesied against all the nations. Okay, for many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to the works of their own hand. For thus saith Yahweh Bashem Shah unto thee, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink. Okay, this hasn't happened yet. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. It says that, they'll be mad, Revelation, the 11th chapter. I have to get this real quick. This is Revelations 11. It says a lot of places too. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. Okay. And the time of the dead that they should be judged, meaning the other nations. Okay. And then the nations were angry because it's over. And that thou shouldest give his reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth. Okay. I mean, that's plain, man. That's to the, it's right there, and should have destroyed, which we know is Esau, and also the word destroy could also mean to corrupt. And we all know Esau has corrupted the earth. Okay, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. And what did Esau do to this earth? He destroyed it. And he said, then took I the cup at the Lord's hand and made all nations to drink unto whom the Lord had sent me, to wit, Jerusalem and the cities of Judah and the kings thereof and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation. And this hasn't happened yet. An astonishment, a hissing, and a curse, as it is this day. Okay, I'm gonna go down to 21. It says, Edom and Moab and the children of Ammon. Okay, Edom, which we know Esau is the ruler of this earth, and then second is Moab. Okay, we already know that they are a foot behind Esau, man. And if you go into the scriptures, man, the Most High hates Moab too, man. Damn near as much as Edom, man. Okay, if you go into it, man. And then Ammon, they basically second with Moab. Okay, the Japanese, man. They the third, top contenders on the earth, man. So Esau is number one. Moab, the Chinese, is number two. Ammon is number three. Okay, the top nations on the planet. Okay, we go down. Verse 27, it says, Therefore thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Shah, the God of Israel, drink ye and be drunken, and spew and fall and rise no more because of the sword which I send among you. And it says, And it shall be, if they refuse to take the cup at thy hand to drink, then thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Shah, ye shall surely drink, For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city which is called by my name, and ye shall be utterly unpunished. Ye shall not be unpunished, for I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, save Yahweh. Thus said, thus therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, the Lord shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grapes upon all the inhabitants of the earth. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. Okay, so that's the nuclear missiles, man. It says the earth shall roll to and fro like a drunkard in Isaiah 24. For the Lord have a controversy or a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. Okay, Isaiah 66. The word plead means to judge. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith Yahweh. Okay, it says, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yashah, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. Okay, it can be an actual whirlwind and also the chariots. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Okay, so that cannot happen with an actual sword. It's talking about the nuclear sword, the nuclear missiles. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. Okay, so that's only the way by way of nuclear fire, man. As I read right here, it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So the next world's war is going to be by way of fire, nuclear, capability. Okay, man, it's going to be hellacious, man, and that's ultimately how America is going to be decided by way of nuclear fire. I just get one more for an example. This is Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, he's talking about America, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no will, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her place come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord who judgeth her. And here goes the part where the nations were angry, because the time of the judgment is come forth, man. Is at hand. Here goes scriptures about Moab. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. I mean, damn, man. Jeremiah 48:16. I'm gonna read this one. Let me read this one. The calamity of Moab is near to come, and its affliction hasteneth fast. It's a lot of them, man. It's a lot. So that coincides with this article here. It says China, okay, which you already know with this whole, the COVID-19, they blame it on China, the Kung flu virus, and everything else that's going on, man, with between America and China, man, the whole terrorist situation, everything, man. Okay, it's gonna, the problem is gonna amplify between these two Goliaths. Okay, they're gonna go head to head, along with, and it says other countries, man. Now top U.S. Intel's global threat list, not terrorist groups. Okay, so this is the next boogeyman, which they've been making them just like with the whole the Middle East. Esau been using programming to make that situation become a reality. Through movies, through the media, through whatever, man. Okay, they use programming to get their way, man. You know, it's a whole history on it. Just like today, they're doing it with China, Russia. You know, they blame Russia for the Trump being in office and all this other shit. You know, they're using that programming. Okay, to beat it in you that this is the next agenda. It says China is working to challenge the U.S. by doubling its nuclear capability, investing American capabilities in space, and expanding its influence abroad, according to a threat assessment by the U.S. intelligence community published Tuesday that highlights the dangers posed by rogue countries ahead of the non-state terrorism threat that once dominated national security thinking. So here you go, man. The U.S. wants to make China, which they've been doing it again. They've been doing it the whole time. You know, for a while, they're making them the enemy. Okay, they put in the minds of the people that this is the next boogeyman. You know, and again, man, everything is happening because of you know because of God, man. You know, just to put it, to simply put it, is because of the Most High and the Son Yahweh Shem Shah. Okay, that's why these things are happening. This is Numbers 21 and 29. Woe to thee, Moab, thou art undone, O people of Chemosh. He have given his son that escaped in his daughter into the captivity of Seir. So woe unto Moab, man. This is why these things are happening, man. This is Second Esdras 15 and 46. And it says, I'm gonna go 43. And they shall go steadfastly into Babylon and make her afraid. They shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto heaven. Talking about a nuclear fire. And all they that be about her shall bewail her. That's all in the scriptures, man. Revelation 18, everywhere, man. The nations being angry, and they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. And thou, Asia, Moab and Ammon, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. Again, Moab and Esau has been neck and neck, either helping each other out or they just been, side by side, man. They've been those top countries, one of those top nations on the planet. And the Most High said, man, these Moabites and Ammonites, they're not going to get away. It says, woe be unto thee, thou wretched, because thou hast made thyself like unto her. And man, you already know Moab and Am, they lust after Esau, man. They do everything they do, you know? And it's no coincidence because it's in the Bible. And has decked thy daughters in whoredom. Again, they follow after the ways of Esau, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. It says, thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence to waste thy houses with. Man, it's going to be a global just annihilation on all sides, man. The Lord is coming for everybody, man. The Lord coming for everybody, man. Like, damn, man. And again, if you go into Moab is just as evil as Esau, man. You know, and you already know the aborted feet, babies. You know, the food they eat, the abominable things they do. You know, the pride they got. You know, the Lord is going to do away with all that, man. You know, He's going to have all these nations fight against each other, man. And it told you that in Joel. And it's for the sake of Israel, man. Okay, and it says And the glory of the power shall see again. There's not going to be no Chinese superpower that's going to overtake America, and then Moab is going to be the next superpower over America. It's not going to happen like that, man. Once America is going, that's why I said the nations were angry, okay, because that wrath has come, man. Because after Esau goes down, that's it, man. Then we go up, okay. Is the nation of Israel goes up, okay, and it says, "Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman." So like when the heat shall arise that is sent over thee, the affliction and also that fire, man, missiles gonna be shot everywhere, all over the planet Earth, man. Okay, but America is gonna be completely desolated, man. Okay, it says, "Thou shalt be weakened as a woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lover shall not be able to receive thee." Okay, so it's not gonna be built back up. Okay, they're gonna be slaves, man. Moab is my wash pot. So there you have it, man. So I ain't read this one. This is First Thessalonians 5:3. For when it shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. And it tells you, even though they said they're gonna bring it, supposedly they're gonna bring the troops back because they can't win the war over there. That does not mean they're gonna stop, being the wicked of the earth, man. Because guess what? China is the new threat. Okay, and other countries, we already know this. Iran, Russia. Okay, every other country, man. Even the EU, man. They don't like y'all, man. Okay, they gonna shoot missiles on America. Okay, man, it's about to be crazy, man. So again, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. As and again, we already know 2021. It's gonna be a hell of a year. It's already a hell of a year for me, man. You know, worldwide, man. Though you're prospering, man, get ready, man. Shit about to change real quick, man. All that shit, all that prospering here in America is gonna come to a fucking complete end, man. You think you living it up right now, but nigga, we all gonna get that wake up call, man. Everybody on earth, man. Because it says what, man? You get it. This is Revelations 12:12. It says, "Therefore, ye inhabitants," it's like, whoa. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." And people not convinced by this COVID thing, and Esau out there with the vaccination, and we already know what's going to happen next, man. You know, we already know, man. And the times that we're living in are going to get horrific, man. Okay, it's going to become horrific, man. Our living situations, good or bad, is going to become horrific, man. Okay, we all going to get that wake up call, man. The Lord is about to press that, that button, so to say. He's not going to actually press a button, but it's going to be go time, man. He's going to green light the plagues, man. Green light the destruction, everything, man. The famine, you know. And again, this is just right now. This is our grace period to get right with the Lord, man. Because the Lord, He's going to just mightily tear this place up, man. Like, man, you know, what we reading and what's going to happen is, man, come on, man. So hey, man, we just preparing right now, man. Hopefully we are of the elect, and the Lord gives that grace and mercy, man, and that salvation, you know, that redemption. Until next time, I say, Shalom.